Good morning, YouTube family. I'm not even going to be on here long. I just wanted to make sure you guys are aware of what's going on and you are paying attention to this Malik Yoba situation. Malik Yoba is the actor that we know from New York Undercover. Ha ha ha. Also, Empire. And then, I'm sure he's done other stuff. So he goes on his Instagram the other day and says something to the effect of, he supports transgenders and he's attracted to transgenders and uh black men especially need to understand you can't, harass and bully people because you don't understand and leave the transgenders alone. Well, the transgenders, couple of them hopped on their Facebook immediately after, and the transgender said Malik Yoba was hiring me as a child. This person says at 13 and 16 years old, they had encounters with Malik Yoba, paying them for an exchange of tricks, right? Okay, so a couple other trannies came out and said, yes, that's exactly what happened. Okay, now this we were just talking about these transgenders last week when Taylor Swift was out here talking about the transgenders need to amend the Civil Rights Act of 1964 so they cannot be discriminated against. So I feel like if we need to say this every day, if we just need to wake up in the morning and remind people transgenderism is a joke. Male to female, female to male, if you are believing that you are trapped in the wrong body, this is really quite obviously, a result of some horrible parenting. And it's not a single solitary transgender person that we can pull up that does not have some horrible childhood to tell us about. And there is not a single solitary transgender that we can find nowhere, dead or alive, that has not been a prostitute. That has not been a prostitute. And there is not a single solitary prostitute, dead or alive, that waited till over the age of 18 years old in order to become prostitute, runaways, prostitute, kids who have, feeling that they have no other option because they've been kicked out their house because mama got a new boyfriend, or kicked out their house because mama don't agree with or daddy don't agree with them being gay and trying to wear women's clothing or whatever. And see, when you got teenagers who have been coming up in a dysfunctional situation where they don't respect their parents already as it is, you can only cuss and fuss so much. And when they teenagers, it ain't like when they toddlers. Don't nobody have the energy to really be running around here kicking up in some teenager's ass. Okay. Sometimes with teenagers, you got to let them learn the hard way. So these kids leave, and I've counseled these kids before they run away. I've counseled the kids who are adults now and telling me about what their mentality was and the decisions that they made out in the streets. And you're going to see some shit and experience some stuff even worse than whatever you were. So, if you were having the most abusive at home situation, when you go out into the streets, what you allow and what you tolerate and what you participate in is going to be even worse than whatever you were running away from at home. I don't know why. It just works out like that. You know what I'm saying? I think that has something to do with people's tolerance for pain, drama, and low expectations. And then you go out in the streets and you really don't have nothing coming from strangers if you didn't have nothing coming from your own parents. But regardless, if we wanted to, what we should be doing is solving the transgender problem, not accepting the transgender problem. What we should be doing is solving prostitution and solving runaways, etc. Now, why are we supposed to solve prostitution? Why are we supposed to close down the strip clubs? Why are we supposed to monitor what language is put on the music videos? What type of conversations are being had on the radio at first thing in the morning with people's children? Why? Because if you're trying to stop child pornography and trying to stop child trafficking and that type of stuff like that, Well, now you have to shut down the funnels and the recruitment sites and where they making their money at. Nobody don't start stripping after 18 years old. You might start stripping at 18, maybe. That is the rare case. You don't start stripping at 19. You don't start stripping at 21. You start stripping at 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 with fake identifications. By the time you're 18, you can leave your mama and daddy's house. There's no need for you to be rebellious. You can go get a real job. All right, but you live in a sanctuary city, huh? Guess what kind of real jobs your ass gonna be getting as a teenager? And you a girl. Sex workers. See? So I wouldn't give a damn how many times these girls come out here and tell me they've been to college, they can show me their books, they on the internet doing homework. Yeah, but you don't have on any pants every time I see you. And guess who your fans are? Children. Because grown-ass women don't need Nicki Minaj, Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi B to tell them how to dress. You know who needs those women to teach them how to dress? Prepubescent girls and boys. People who don't have what they got. People who don't have no breasts. It's the only people who give a damn about your fake breasts. Right? Hello? That's the only people who care about seeing your vagina is people who don't have one. They're the only people who care. Okay? So these people go on the internet highly and introduce adult themes. The average user on Instagram is 12 years old, even though the bylaws and shit say you can't even open an account till 13, 14, but the average participator is 12, 13 years old. So Kim Kardashian can have 140 million followers all she fucking wants to. But guess what Kiki knows? That at least 60 million of them are minors. Grown men with wives don't give a damn about looking at Kim Kardashian's plastic, emaciated, botched surgery body. You know who likes that? Children. I have not heard no man lust. You know what? I just can't wait to get on my Instagram every day and look at Kim Kardashian. Oh, did you see what Kim Kardashian posts? I never hear a heterosexual man giving a shit. You know who cares what Kim Kardashian is posting? Teenagers. And boys that's trying to figure out how to look like a girl. And this bitch is plastic, so she's attainable. Me looking at some real woman's body is not going to help me do nothing because I can't attain that. But a woman with plastic surgery, now I can go to a plastic surgeon and say how many cc's she got. Give me what that bitch got. Now, Kim Kardashian is also out here promoting a big ass. That comes from the transgenders as well. They was in the ballrooms trying to out female each other and testing each other to see how feminine do I look before I go out here and try to sell tricks. Because every transgender has been a prostitute before. Ask T.S. Madison. Y'all don't gonna sit up here and lie with me, not on Tuesday, a Sunday, a month. I don't give a damn what day it is. I don't care if it's Christmas or it's Easter. I'm not finna play these games with Malik Yoba or anybody else. Supporting transgender as like anything other than a public health fucking crisis. You are a part of the problem. We need to evaluate your crazy ass too. Don't sit over here talking about people who don't understand. And if you just don't understand something, don't mean, I understand it very clear. You are a person who was abused as a child. You have lost your mind, and the society has no standards for you. And the society is helping to bring you to your demise because they can benefit off of it. Because the more depressed you are, the more you consume. Period. Them allowing you to get on TV and work my nerves with this bullshit enough to depress me enough to go shopping benefits them. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is a psychological warfare and attack that's being put on the American people. And every time y'all even mention the damn transgender or what they get and what we need to be doing for them, when you got thousands of homeless people out here, it makes me want to kick my foot up in your ass. Now, if this was the 1960s, Malik Yoba would have had a knock on his door already. Because once upon a time, the men in this country didn't put up with this bullshit, but y'all let these women and these loonies come out here and tell you what it is men are supposed to be doing. So now y'all so confused because you've been taking orders from people that ain't men. Hands tied, scared. Why I gotta be the only one to come out here and complain about these transgenders every day? You got kids. I have a daughter. And I think about all the time, damn, if I had a son, I would have to change the channel right now. Fortunately, the attack is on the men. So I don't have to worry about my daughter trying to transition to a woman because she already a girl. But what if I had a son? I'm sitting here watching Boss Baby. Timmy Templeton is playing in the makeup. Well, he wasn't. He was trying to rummage through his grandma's purse so he could find the stink serum. That's not relevant. The point is the babysitter was like, she caught him rummaging through the purse and she was like, oh, you trying to play with the makeup? She says, I know all little boys are curious about makeup. I said, what? All little boys are not curious about makeup, girl. This is what they're sneaking in the Netflix show for the kids. So if you got a son and you didn't throw on Boss Baby and he's like 6, and you didn't walk out the room to go make some mashed potatoes and left him in front of Netflix, they in here telling him all little boys are curious about makeup. It's nothing is not natural about that. And you don't even know this is going on. It's an all-out attack. C said, I was watching some TV show on Unemployment Channel, and it was a segment called Transgender Men. Came out as trans to their boyfriends, and all the men got violent. I can't. And then the funny thing about the transgenders, the Dave Chappelle didn't lie on y'all. Y'all don't even like each other. So here Malik Yoba comes out for whatever reason. Probably somebody else was going to expose him, probably trying to get some money, probably just said, hell, he can't beat him drunk. Who knows what the hell he on? But whatever it was, that he desperate, tell you that. He gets on social media, comes out, and what do the trans people do? Out him as being a pedophile. It didn't even take 24 hours. And what did they say? We were prostituting ourselves, and this freakazoid was over here. But guess what? That's what all of you are doing. This isn't an isolated incident. That's what all you motherfuckers is doing. Then the tranny goes on to say, Miss Malik Yoba fault the city had to pay for all of our transitions, because if he would have just paid me to get my transition done instead of giving me $80, I wouldn't have had to sue the whole city. So is the city of New York paying for transitions when you got women sitting in prison saying I'm not getting fresh water and they won't give me pads or tampons and I got to have my baby strapped to a fucking bed? But you want to tell me y'all got time to be changing somebody's God-given gender? You don't have the right to determine somebody's gender. No, you don't have the right to change your gender because you can't change your gender. And you're not going to sit around here and make everybody else play these damn mental acrobatic games with you so we don't offend you. Fuck your fucking feelings. You mean to tell me you can get your penis cut off, but I'm hurting your feelings, you sensitive bitch? This is all about men trying to make sure that women don't get shit. And when I sit here and I talk to, conservative men, we do have all these conversations about liberals, about lesbians, about not lesbians, I'm sorry, feminists, same thing. Okay, the fucking feminists and they bullshit, this Me Too bullshit, we know it's bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? And when we start talking about, when they talk about male privilege and male white privilege and all of that, they are so full of shit that they're not making no fucking decent even points, which is why I don't defend them hoes. But it's not like it don't exist. You want to see male privilege? That's transgender shit is male privilege. When you got women dying trying to bring babies into this fucking world, and I'm supposed to stop what I'm doing because you feel prettier in a goddamn dress, as if a dress is what makes you female. Well, if that's the case, then why do I still have cramps even if I got pants on, if it's the dress and the eyelashes that makes me female? Please explain that shit. While y'all got the answers to everything else, but you can't solve no goddamn cramps, y'all still selling this my dog bullshit. Hello? Then you turn around and allow the trannies to compete against your daughters, against your teenage daughters, got to get kicked in the MMA, kicked in the face, and you stand by and you allow it because you don't want to hurt some freaks' fucking feelings. Fuck these trannies and fuck YouTube, and y'all already know. I do not care. I do not care. I'm not finna do it. I'm not gonna do it, YouTube. If a man impersonating a woman isn't offensive, but me being offended by it is offensive, y'all can kiss my ass. It's nothing else more important going on. And with all the things and all the shit that black people have to worry about, and you want to sit over here and try to talk about only 1% of the mind you, 1% of the population is claiming to be trans, and that includes the males and the females and all the shit in between. 1% of the entire American population. So what percent of that 1% is even a black trans person? It ain't even that many of them. But y'all want to stop what everybody is doing so that we can. So what is your end game, Malik? And then the whole point of being trans, the whole point of being trans is so you can make more money as a male prostitute. Because people who go out and buy prostitutes have good jobs and careers. They have wives. They have responsibilities. Bums don't go pick up you can't pick up no prostitute on foot. Well, you probably can, but that ain't the thing. Pull up in some old beat up jalopy trying to pick up a prostitute. No, 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 no. These are professional men. These are men who have respect from somewhere. And they have this dark secret fetish because you don't make men get married around here in order to have sex. Half you bitches is so easy and so goddamn slutty that they have to go all the way to the left field to even degrade you hoes. Because you know these men trying to degrade you. You already know that's a whole other conversation. They trying to degrade you bitches so they can feel better about themselves. But it's too hard to even do that because some of you sluts is just so damn trifling. And these men, because nobody is dealing with the sex addiction. You got this porn with all this freaky shit going on. It don't matter if it's Burger King or what business it is. All these companies do is advertise sex all day long. So if a man ain't even thinking about sex, he gonna be reminded. And y'all ain't women. Women think about sex too, but we think about 50 things at one time. Y'all can only think about one thing at a time. So you're like, work, 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 oh, boobs, and then off on a whole nother fucking tangent. And it's like you have to constantly sexually outdo yourself, but you starting so raunchy. This is all part of this culture of the sex. So we talk about rape culture. Well, the rape culture is this over-sexualized sex addiction culture. It's the same shit. So the men in the community are running around here with sex addiction. And it's just exacerbated by the fact that the women don't have no fucking standards. So it's not like they can, men love to chase. They ain't chasing you, trollops. They ain't chasing you, pick me bitches. Laid out, cock legs already, dipping it low, spreading it wide. Ain't got to chase you hoes. So they run around here chasing each other. That's why they saying, I ain't gay. They don't know what the fuck they are. But we're not going to deal with that as a society. We're going to tell them it's their choice and it's their preference and it's their choice. Well, if the men can do anything they want, including fuck each other and spread all type of damn diseases and everything else around here, then why do we even bother getting these securing rights for women and for children? If the men can come around here and act like babies and claim to be women whenever they're not fucking man enough to step up to the plate and to resist their weird ass urges and go praise, go find you some Jesus or get you a guy. At this point, I don't even give a fuck which one it is. That's why I don't even be tripping on religion like that and who's what religion and what you believe, because some people need it. And I wouldn't give a damn if it was Buddha, Muhammad, Jesus. Ain't nobody gonna tell you what you really need in your life is to cut off your penis and get you a boyfriend. Ain't no savior, prophet, nobody ain't no nary burning bush has told you that's what the fuck you need to be doing with your life. Y'all need to add. It's just like, you know what? I need a 50-foot belt. And y'all need to be lined up. Lined up. Lined up. There's just no way. This is ridiculous. It is a psychological warfare. They can't even solve birth control problem, which is causing some women to have problems with reproductive areas in the future. They can't have kids. They don't want you to have no kids. That's why they're giving you the birth control to control the population. C said it's an entire shit show. It is. Hey, Amby. Let me go back through the chat. I can't. I'm sitting here just reading like, what's going on today? Like, no, Malik Yoba. No, this is not okay. Transgenders get beat up because they lie to men and say they are not and not say they are trans. And that's because they're trying to test their femme realness. But the whole purpose of being trans in the first place is so that you can be a more discreet prostitute. You know, now you in the trick. Now you can give, because the John's like the girlfriend experience. And I just watch a shit ton of television. Okay. So that's the basis of my research. Okay. Shows like Pose, shows like The Client List, shows like The Girlfriend Experience. Okay. Real Sex. And these guys like The Girlfriend Experience. They don't just want the wham bam thank you, ma'am, especially the ones that's paying the top dollar. Well, you can't give a boy. If you a boy, you can't get a girlfriend experience because you gotta be a girl, boo. So they go out here, get fake boobs, fake butt, eyelashes, wig, the whole 9 yards, so they can go out in public. Now them things go out with some sunglasses on and a wig. You don't know what that is sitting in the car next to the Porsche next to you. The windows already tinted. But if somebody happened to pull up on Bob, it looked like he's sitting in a car with a woman. That is the whole point. That is the end of it. You wasn't born thinking you was in the wrong body. It ain't even a fucking chemical imbalance. All you trying to do is it's capitalism. Supply and demand. So all you trying to do is make the most money you can out these tricks. And then y'all resent the fact that women don't have to go through these surgeries and all this other type of stuff. If we want to go and sell vagina, we could just go do it. And that you have to buy one in order to sell it. And that is what the fuck this shit is really about. That's what vagina envy is about. Every single woman in this chat room has gotten down on her luck or broke before. And somebody has said to you, if I was a woman, I wouldn't be broke. Right? Or a wet, you know what, and a dry purse don't mix. I know y'all heard that shit. Men will say it, women will say it, because what they're saying is you have a hot commodity for sale that should be for sale. If y'all listen to Hollywood Unlocked every once in a while, Jason Lee is constantly saying, I'm trying to pimp Melissa Ford. I'm trying to pimp you out. You need to get that thing away. You need to go on ahead and give it up. Okay? So this is equivalent to you having, a house in a nice neighborhood and you won't sell it. And so you have the competition, the people who want that property or want to sell that property, doing things to try to sabotage you until you break. Because once the makeup and the wigs and all that shit is put on, some of these guys do look attractive, more attractive than some of these bitches. I mean, not me. I wouldn't even put my picture on this. I say, you know what? We finna talk about trannies, and I don't even want my face associated with Malik Yoba. I just finished braiding my hair yesterday. That ain't even this time. It ain't even like that weird. Y'all can't see me because my hair is my hair fine. I just ain't getting on here with Malik punk ass. Okay? Some of these things get all dressed up and you can't tell if you don't have a trained eye that you is looking at a boy. Okay? But guess what women have over these men? Compassion, empathy, femininity, intuition, the ability to multitask, the ability to bring children forth, the ability to be in a relationship with a man without being ashamed or there being shame attached to it, not feeling guilty about being a woman. These are the things that you have that the trannies don't have. A woman is not going to walk the back alleys of the meatpacking district and the village because the woman is afraid after a certain hour somebody is going to kidnap me, the killer going to find me, grab me by the hair, and it's over. A man don't have those fears. So what the male prostitute tries to do is outwork the women by going to dangerous places that the women will not go. And this is how they also get men who thought they were straight when they left the house, that was looking for a female to provide, to turn a trick, right? Ain't no women out there though, because it's a truck stop in the middle of the night and all the women are afraid. But guess who is there? You know what I'm saying? The trans is there at the stop, at the transit station. The trans is there, and the trans can't do some things, but the trans can do other things, right? And then, shit, Billy Bob is like, well, hell, I'm already here. Okay? And then on account of the trans not having no damn soul, morals, or nothing else, when it's called a trick because the female is trying to trick this fool into thinking that he's getting what he wants. But it might not even be what he think he getting, what he paying for. Okay? The male prostitute, though, is not scared. Men sleep in a pigsty. Men don't have to take showers every day. Men don't have to have the same cleanly conditions that women do in order to be comfortable. So you get a male prostitute, he's dangerous. He's willing to do things that girls is not willing to do. And now Billy Bob, who thought he was straight when he left the house, said, damn, that thing, shit, I ain't gonna tell nobody, but that thing did things that I ain't never seen. I ain't done. And now they are chasing that feeling, and then it just gets out of fucking control from there. Our law enforcement is supposed to be picking all you motherfucking prostitutes up, the grown ones and the children ones and the males and the females. And that's supposed to be the end of it. And when you get to jail, ain't supposed to be no hormone treatment or none of that type of shit. That would deter people who like to commit crimes from transitioning if they knew that they was going to go to jail and be transitioning their ass back to normal. Now, when you get out on your own time, then you can try to transit. What the hell y'all think this is? Now, if you can trans one way, you trans your ass back then until you get out of jail. Oh, that's inhumane. No, inhumane is having people spitting these people's food and serving them this crap and keeping it cold in the winter and hot in the summer is inhumane. Inhumane is not making you stay the gender that your ass was when you were born. The preamble to the Constitution say we have a right to life and liberty and a pursuit of happiness. Ain't none of you trannies ain't happy. Y'all got the highest suicide rates, and it ain't even that many of you. And you ain't depressed because nobody accepts your ass. You depressed because you crazy. That's why you depressed. And you need to go and heal the crazy part instead of making the shit worse. And all of you who don't tell people the truth because you don't want to hurt their feelings, you're going to have to grow up because that is what adulthood is. That's the difference between being in the third grade and being 30 years old. Now, I expect this bullshit from these high school kids that's sitting here having trainings, reading to them in the library and shit. I expect them to be confused. But now or Tanya TKO with your grown ass, you too old to be on the internet talking about, I don't understand why people don't support trans and we don't determine our sex and nobody determines you are more intelligent than that. And I know your clout chasing ass knows better. You have no integrity if when it comes to the hard shit, you gonna fold and go along with complete, utter stupidity when the platform that you have is supposed to be based on uplifting women and teaching women things to protect them from predatory men, and then the worst, most predatory of men. I just gave you all the reasons they jealous of you, all the things you have that they don't have, that they can't provide, that they want to provide. So you're getting a psychological assault, a bombardment of negative. And why do you think the women in the industry are over sexualized? Because these trannies want all you bitches to lose your morals, so that them bitches, because that's what you really got over these men. So if you are out here going in truck stops, willing to do anything, won't wear no pants, run around here, Lady Gaga, is that a man? Is that a woman? I don't fucking know. Hey, Meg Thee Stallion, you dress just like her. To where you women are behaving like trannies. To where Tamar, y'all got on so much makeup and eyelashes, you need so much shit to be secure in your womanhood and your femininity that you're not even looking like a woman. You look trans and you really have a vagina. That's what the agenda is. So any woman who don't have the balls to stand out against it, or don't have the damn common sense to smell the bullshit out, is not somebody who could be teaching nobody nothing. You sitting on the internet crying because people were attacking Malik Yoba, only to have to come back the next day and report that it's children out here that he was paying for sex from, when bitch, when he said he liked damn trannies, your old ass supposed to know that all the trannies that start off as child sex goddamn prostitutes. All of them. All of them? All of them. Some of them? All, 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 all of them. Where the fuck else can you work if you a tranny? Because as of today, you don't have no federal protections from the government. Where else you gonna go? Where else you gonna go to work? To the motherfucking host straws is where your ass is going. This is a public health and safety crisis, and all the Johns, the hoes, the pimps, the strip club owners need to report their ass to the nearest motherfucking prisons. And I guarantee you, when you stop the porn, when you stop the strip clubs, and yes, adult people can go and patronize a strip club for a couple hours and go on ahead about their business. At the same time, you, the patron, don't have nothing to do with the fact that the owner knowingly allows minors to come and strip here. Okay? So if you still going to the strip club, whatever, but just know if they disappear one day, don't be outside crying. Just know what it is. Just know what it is. Just like if your local pharmacist is also shipping pills to Mexico, just know that pharmacy ain't gonna be there forever. That's all. This ain't about you, patron. This is about, however, just know that's where your money going, to child sex trafficking. Just know that. It is. It is. That's where it's going. But we need to crack down on that shit. You know, I used to have a more libertarian opinion because I thought of it like, well, if you want to sell your body, whatever, is your body. If you want to do drugs, whatever, it's your, you know what I'm saying? But upon further review, I'm seeing all the other people that are affected. So, because of all these other people that are affected by these behaviors and the diseases that y'all go back to these heterosexual women and spread, and the psychological, for those of you who are watching Euphoria, for example, Euphoria is another show that touches on this, where the main character's father is into trannies and the son is having a constant daily identity crisis, trying to hold on to his masculinity, identify what masculine is, and protect it. And he's so confused. And then he identifies with his father, and he's identifying with his father's demons. That is the fate of a child who has a parent with this type of perversion of changing their own gender or being attracted to other people who are that perverted. This level of crazy is contagious. And you can't raise children who are strong in their identity like this. This is a public health, this is a fucking crisis that nobody wants to talk about because 1% of the population might get their feelings hurt. Are y'all kidding me right now? Ugh, this is absurd. Once again, black people are in a pivotal position to use the black card to save America. All the black people got to do is come out here and say the Civil Rights Act in 1964 don't include you, didn't include you, ain't gonna include you. And if I even hear you one more time with your eyeballs on my shit, I'm gonna kick my foot up in your ass. We're gonna fight. We're gonna have an all-out tranny fight right here in front of the goddamn White House. Let's go. Who wants some? Because you know the liberals like to get violent. So let's just bring some ass to catch some ass. No pun intended. Huh? No, because we're too busy sitting around here arguing and debating over Jay-Z and what Jay-Z said and Colin Kaepernick and some other shit. And here's an opportunity for you to protect a law that you are some rights you already got. You won't even protect them. While you over here worried about what's going on with the NFL, that's a private organization. The NFL is not the United States of America. I know that all the teams is named after the states. Maybe that's why some of you slow motherfuckers is confused. But the NFL is not the United States of America. And let's just say, even if they were fucking the most racist company ever, they wouldn't be the only ones. The NFL is not responsible for nobody getting shot by the police. The NFL can't stop nobody from getting shot by the motherfucking police. They have the NFL is do football. That's what they selling, football. So if we want to talk about the ways that the NFL indirectly affects the community at large, that's a bullshit conversation that can continue. This is a song that doesn't end. That's just the NFL protest. It just goes on and on, my friend. Some people start at kneeling and not knowing what it was, and they'll continue kneeling on forever just because this is the kneel that does end. And y'all don't even know what the fuck you're doing. Meanwhile, over here, these dudes is in dresses with hot pink bows on, lights and all. I mean, how the fuck can you miss these loud ass trannies? They at the VMA Awards in full on costume telling you what the fuck they gonna do with your only protections. Crickets. Motherfucking crickets. Motherfucking crickets. So on the one hand, you know, I have respect for Marcellus Wiley coming out here, getting on Kaepernick and Nessa and letting everybody know what it is and saying I was never with this bullshit from the beginning. This is why, you know, they fraudulent, etc. However, what we need you guys to do with a platform that know what it is, stop coming out here after the fact. Y'all leave people like me to sound crazy on a fucking soapbox by ourselves telling y'all Kaepernick is full of shit. He ain't got the answer, Sway. Find something important with an end game that you could put your energy into, because this bullshit ain't it. But Marcellus Wiley, y'all people, y'all stayed quiet. You didn't open your mouth. You didn't fucking say nothing. You sat there and went along with the bullshit. Now, Jay-Z then gave y'all another fucking train to jump on. Safely. Whoo, shit. Glad. Whoo, child. Thanks. I was looking for a lift up out of here. Now you know. Now you Nostradamus. I knew the whole time. I knew the whole time. What we need you to do when you know better is say something from jump. You should have been on Kaepernick's ass from jump. And if they ostracize you and you lose your job, and then, okay, well, guess what? Why should you even want to work for an organization or be part of something that doesn't allow you to have your own opinion, which is what the fuck y'all just got through saying about the NFL? You doing the same thing he doing, Marcellus. If you know better and you don't say nothing until it's convenient. It's the same shit Cap did. When now we own this tranny shit and we need y'all over here, black man, and you still over here talking about this bullshit. Some old shit. Because now it's comfortable. Y'all got to stop being so fucking scary and come out here and say what it is up front when it is what it is. When I came out here, Beyonce. Hey, fuck you. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, fuck you, Beyonce. And I don't give a damn about the people on the internet who made videos, who was upset, whatever the case. Beehive. Guess what? If you're mad at me like how I'm mad at fucking Beyonce, I'll take that as a compliment, because you don't see me out here making no fucking diss videos to no bitch on YouTube. Unless it's that dumbass Layla Lynn who fucked up my, who came out here and told me who won Celebrity Big Brother and shit when nobody asked you. But unless it's that bitch, unless it's that heifer who ruined Celebrity Big Brother. But other than that, I'm not, who cares? These other content creators is doing. No, Beyonce, you're the one with all the millions of fans and all the influence and all this, and you were the one on the fuck shit. And I'm already knowing that people, I didn't get no beehive. Instead, it's people that are friends, supposedly, or relatives of mine who are worried about what their celebrity friends are going to think, who are worried about what their friends and family are going to think if they know they're associating with a Beyonce hater. Let me know how fucking weak and pathetic people were around me. When that's where the fuck you worried about you being associated with a goddamn Beyonce hater. Meanwhile, you don't care about being associated with this bullshit that these liberals is out here talking about. And these transgenders and all this nonsense, that don't bother you. But a Beyonce hater, that's where you draw the fucking line. I don't need people like that in my life. That's ridiculous. But I knew then that the rest would come out. I knew then that Beyonce and Jay-Z would eventually be exposed for the fucking airheads that they are. I knew then that having $1 billion or getting anywhere near it was going to expose them or put them on a higher plateau where they can actually maybe look down and see things from a different perspective and maybe understand the things that you and I went to college for, that we sat in the classroom and we studied, or that we sit on this platform or we research and shit like that. These two naive motherfuckers gonna have to live it because they slow. So here they are 50 years old trying to tell us some shit that we done figured out 30 years ago. And now the people who they was ass kissing and coddling and canoodling are turning on that. But I already knew that was coming. I already know, because I know y'all and I know them. That's what it means to know yourself. That's what it means to have fucking confidence. You stand on your shit. The emperor ain't got no damn clothes on. Now, if everybody else want to keep acting like the emperor got on clothes, that's on them. It's how long? I don't know how long y'all keep this shit up, but I'll stand here. I'll damn sure I'm going to stand here and watch you look stupid. So this is so funny. Now Jay-Z and Beyonce, y'all that supported Hillary Clinton and you being connected to her, now they're using that very connection that they tried to use to say you motherfuckers was woke. They're using that very connection to now connect you to the police, the 94 crime bill, and every fucking thing else. They calling Jay-Z a white supremacist. They calling Dave Chappelle a white fucking supremacist. Isn't this hilarious? Y'all should have just came out and been Trump supporters 3 fucking years ago, help me get rid of these illegals. But no. So now the Trump supporters ain't got your back. The liberals ain't got your back. And we just gonna sit here. We're gonna see what the fuck can you walk on water. We finna find out. Because y'all left us to tell the truth by ourselves. Only for you to get exiled anyway. Child, I can't. I cannot. So just like Malik Yoba came out with his bullshit, the tranny say, Malik Yoba is a whole pedophile. Let's talk about that. That's where this whole transgender debate and conversation and shit is going, because we all know that they want to make these pedos want to be legal. We know that this is what they have coming, and that's what's in store for America, is the normalization of pedophilia. We know this because we're watching y'all. Those of us who are paying attention, we're watching you. We know that's where this shit is going. So in order for that to happen, all this is going to have to get exposed. And wait, when the people who we are trying to tell these motherfuckers what's going on, I honestly thought everybody was in on the world destruction plot and they all knew what part that they play and it was playing dumb. But come to find out, no, y'all know some of y'all is just really fucking that stupid. And you really believe, like Tanya TKO, really, really believe that she was defending and supporting some men who want to change their gender because, oh God, we feel so fucking sorry for them, you poor bastards. You poor bastards. You could just put on some slacks and go out here and take advantage of your fucking male privilege, but that would be too much like right. So you're going to sit over here, I don't even know, whatever. You entertain that shit, it wasn't 24 hours later before you realized that you were defending a pedophile. This is what's coming for all of you damn tranny supporters. And y'all gonna be sitting just like her, crying, exhausted, feeling fucking stupid. But you know in your spirit that this is wrong and it don't make no sense. But you so worried about these motherfuckers being your friend. That's why I said y'all need some kind of religion. Because you so busy trying to gain the world, you don't have nothing. You're so busy trying to go along with the masses and be a part of the fucking group and be a part of the masses that you ended up with nothing anyway. I don't understand people who ain't transgender running around here caping for trannies. I just don't even get it. At least be a tranny. Hey, Jay in here. What's up, Jay? Kiki was the Malik Yoba been out here trolling New York City, picking up transgender kids. Ms. Mo said these people think they fighting a civil rights cause, a sickening, gross distortion of history of slavery in this country to make the comparison. Amen. Jay said no, he married. Child. To what? She don't get no respect from me. None. You are your husband's keeper. Camille Cosby. What's up, English muffin? He put out a stupid Instagram post explaining himself. He need an ass whooping. Brian said the attack on black men, homie wearing that dress at the Oscars. I saw at least 5 black men at the airport wearing nail polish. Mm-hmm. Jay-Z is a Mason. He don't give a fuck about black people. His job is to mislead us and connect his coins. He's a leader. He's a puppet. And so is his wife. Jay-Z been meeting with the police. Rock Nation been meeting with the police all around the country. So now you know what they were meeting for. Now you know what the fuck they was meeting for. But at the end of the day, I do agree with his statement that males growing up in a fatherless home have a problem respecting authority. They have a problem with anybody telling them anything to do. And they growing up in a household where their mama is constantly yelling, but don't mean what the fuck is coming out of her mouth. So they think that every other woman is just talking and she don't mean what she say. So not only are you breeding males who have no respect for authority, but they're also very narcissistic. And when this situation with now Trayvon Martin was not shot by a police officer. So when we're talking about police brutality, everybody needs to stop talking about Trayvon Martin. Okay? Because it's not the same thing. That's your best case for just outright talking about racism and people's mental, because that was a completely avoidable, unnecessary incident. Now, when we're talking about Philando Castile and some of these other characters, the shit get interesting now. The shit gets interesting. Can't think of that one girl, Sandra Bland, the girl who they ran up in her house while she was with her son and shot her. When we looking and dissecting these cases, we're seeing, even in situations where the police are not aggressive initially, they can't get no cooperation. There is this defiance, and this young person has not learned how to choose their battles. And we do need the police to be mature. We need them to be responsible. We need them to be using all their resources. At the same time, we know there's a lot of different things that are contributing to the behavior of the cops in terms of their environment, their pay, sleep, etc., or lack thereof, etc. And then they're being protected by other entities even outside of police. Whereas you, Joe Blow citizen, don't have none of that. So the conversation that we need to have with law enforcement is not the same conversation to be had with Joe Blow public. In the same way that when your children come home and they say, my teacher at school has been picking on me. My teacher at school called me stupid, whatever the case it is, right? If you're going to still send your child to school, you say, listen, you and I'm going to take off work on my lunch break. I'm coming up there. I done already talked to Miss Berry, the principal. Me, the principal, and your teacher and you are going to sit down at 2:00 and we are going to have a conversation. However, I don't want no phone calls to my goddamn house, to my job. Okay? I will see y'all at 2. You have to go to Miss whatchamacallit's class at 1:00. I expect you to take your ass to class and do what it is that you are supposed to do. Don't be in there with no attitude and making the shit worse. We gonna deal with Miss whatchamacallit at 2 p.m. That's what we trying to say. This police shit is very complicated. And believe it or not, nobody has been monitoring them or collecting data. And this shit has been going on for decades and generations. In the meantime, okay, we need y'all to pay attention. Just go along with comply, etc., so that you are not a goddamn hashtag while we trying to work these kinks out. Can you do that? Now, the child who has not had no vegetables and has been dropped on his head a few times. No, because these that shit, that when I'm sitting here watching the videos and the cops saying, freeze, stop, drop, and the little motherfucker look him in the eye, roll his eyes, and turn his back and walk away. His only problem is not his interaction with the police. Some of these little smug motherfuckers are really problematic, and if they aren't, then why is there a shooting problem? Why is there so much violence in the Black community if all these little motherfuckers is angels? If they're all angels, then why are we having crime in the ghetto? It should be non-violent in the ghetto until the police show up if these little motherfuckers is angels. What's really going on here is not only do you not have no discipline coming out of that fatherless household, but your mother has made you to believe that your shit do not stink and every fucking thing that you do is cute. So even when you're a gangbanger, you're rewarded. When you're a murderer, you're rewarded. When you got bad credit, you're rewarded. If you put on nice tennis shoes, you're rewarded. If you get a job at the McDonald's, you're fucking rewarded as long as you're a male. You could completely lose your mind and think that you're a woman, and this society will still coddle you, kiss your ass, and pay your fucking bills for you. And y'all wonder why the women are angry? How the hell do you find a husband in this bunch of pansies? And then you interact with a police officer who is a grown-ass man who has a wife who then told him he better bring his ass home, who got kids he got to put through college, and you got the nerve to have a fucking attitude because he telling you that you can't hang out in front of fucking Master Burger. So he's racist, and he's supposed to sit over here and understand how you feel uncomfortable and disenfranchised again. It's not, you understand what I'm saying? Because you're not being supported for once and you doing some shit that you don't have no business doing. Your interaction with the police coming and going from work in your uniform is something totally different than when they pull up on you and your friends standing up, holding up the block, not doing shit. It's something totally different when you get pulled over by the police coming and going from work. Something totally different from that than joyriding around in the car with your friends in your Cadillac with candy paint with your music, listening to the new Young Jeezy album with nowhere to go, going to go buy some weed and pick up some bitches. There are no men you're going to find that support your fucking lifestyle of any other race. That's only black men. Now that's only young black males that are literally loitering and acting like they own the fucking place. Now, to your defense, the white boys got some fucking where to hang out. It ain't that they out here so productive necessarily, but they can at least go hang out in grandma's basement. They can go bring all their friends over their mama house. And if mom says, I don't want all the little dusty motherfuckers over here, fuck you, mom. It's my room. The white boys get to do, you ain't got that goddamn privilege. Okay, Brenda B done knocked your teeth out. You and your friends got to go. But where do you go? You go and hang out somewhere, not go and get a job and get you an apartment and you and your friends go smoke weed inside your house. No, that's not what y'all want to do, because Brenda don't want you in the house, but Brenda don't want to teach your ass how to go out and be responsible neither. So that's why it's your fault, Craig, and that's why it's your motherfucking fault, Brenda. Now, how Jay-Z know this? Because he is you niggas. He is niggas. He is niggas. His mama is that irresponsible woman who was running around here trying to be a lesbian with a girlfriend, worried about everything else but raising her fucking kid. You ain't that lesbian. You wasn't that lesbian. You couldn't get pregnant, but now you too lesbian to raise these little motherfuckers, and they running around here selling dope and all the time, and you completely oblivious to it, Miss Carter, whatever her fuck mama name is. Probably last name, probably ain't even. Is that the daddy last name? Is that the mama last name? Who knows? Jay-Z daddy say I was up the street the whole fucking time. I didn't leave you kids. I wasn't finna be bothered with your trifling ass mama. How y'all gonna be mad at Jay-Z daddy? This woman don't even like men's. She thinks she is a man. So what type of conversation, what type of compromise do you think that Jay-Z daddy was getting out of Jay-Z mama when this bitch thinks she a man too? But see, Beyonce come from a family that already had made $1 million before she became famous. She's coming from privilege. She got a family that's dysfunctional, but at least know how to look good, at least know how to do the bare minimum, at least know how to invest in their children. So now he understands the way I grew up was wrong. There is a better way to do this. Now the kids probably gonna come out spoiled and a little bit clueless, but at least they safe and they not poisoning their own communities. At least. So now he's able to realize some of this shit ain't race. Some of it is class. Some of it is race, don't get me wrong, but some of it is class. Some of it is class. Who was that tried to critique Jay-Z and came out here and proved him right? Tone Talks. That nigga from California. You gotta watch them California people, because they be looking, knowing how to sound smart and be saying some dumb shit. And Jay-Z need to understand this is about race. You being shot by the police because you're black, this is about race. And he need to understand that single parent households is because of race. And then he pulls up the numbers. And only 35% of black people come from a two-parent home. And 50-60% of white families got two parents. Okay, motherfucker, so here we are back at Jay-Z point. You proved his point. That y'all ain't got no daddy. And y'all don't follow no motherfucking directions. Because men give discipline and teach differently than women do. Men are well aware of the fact that you are going to have to see some shit for yourself. Women are trying to protect you from ever having that experience to begin with. But keep in mind, women, we can think 50 different things at one time. We can multitask. We can be in an interaction with somebody and be computing all of our previous experiences, all the advice we ever got. Somebody told me if woo, 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 and apply right there on the spot. Men, I'm sorry, y'all brain just don't seem to be firing off like that. Y'all really seem to be doing one thing at a time. So although somebody told you, if you do this, these are the consequences, when you in the moment, you're not thinking about previous conversations that you had. The reason that women don't forget anything is because we think about all those conversations. We have an argument with you, we get in the shower and go over that whole argument all over again. We have thought about that conversation again in its entirety. That's why we don't remember. That's why we remember shit, because we damn near rehearsing it. A man gets in an incident, deals with it however the shit deal with it, then be sitting in jail like, you know what? So-and-so did tell me to leave them so-and-so from so-and-so and so-and-so alone. Now I see why you was saying that. Damn, you was right. In the after fact, in the after. aftermath of the situation. Okay? So, with that being said, when you have a father in the household who is telling you, son, do this or don't do that, and then he allows you to go out in the world, and then you gonna do exactly what he told you not to do, but he already knows that. And then when you come back and say, oh, blah, 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 the father says, did not tell your ass not to do that. Well, now that's the real lesson. Now, don't you see why you need to be thinking before you do something? Don't you see? Now you see why I'm telling you this. So you need to stop and take a minute to really think through what you were doing, training that man, training him to think before he acts, training him to slow down your testosterone, slow down your emotions so that you can think. When women get really upset, we are mothers naturally. The more upset we get, the more laser our focus gets. That's why I don't like to argue, because I'm more comfortable fighting. I can see better, time slow. If I'm fighting, I can laser animals like fucking strength. But arguing is just like, I just want to fight too bad. That I'm just frustrated. That's frustrating to me. So I'd rather just leave the shit like, bitches, we fighting or not? We ain't fighting. I just want to leave it alone. It don't do nothing for me to be standing here arguing with you, because that type of confusion and noise is rattling to me. But now, if we gonna just fight now, I can think. Right? Y'all is not thinking and fighting. Y'all is just doing shit and then thinking afterwards. So a father is trying to teach you how to think beforehand. Your mother, on the other hand, may not even be thinking about what you're going to encounter as a man. Because the women who raise good boys are the women who are more tuned in. But some women are oblivious to what men deal with and won't even say nothing. Won't even tell you what type of women to avoid. Won't even tell you what type of women to look for. Won't even try to be an example her motherfucking self. Now that you and Keisha got all these badass kids and you can't get along, now the mama can't stand it, and I always knew that girl wasn't shit. Well, why you didn't say nothing? And now she feel guilty because she knows she was too busy chasing after motherfuckers and not be paying attention. So instead of telling you, well, son, you did it, you and Keisha gonna have to work it out. Instead, she dating Keisha for you and paying your child support and picking up them kids for you. Because the mother is trying to keep you from experiencing pain. Your father knows until you go through a certain amount of fucked up experiences, you ain't gonna be worth shit anyway. So that's why when you go male and you come from a privileged environment, they just like, oh, this boy's soft. Fuck it, it's a lost cause. He's soft. Why? Because they know it's gonna be a long ass time before life is able to really get to you. And by then, by then it's like, just where you get them spoiled, pompous assholes from, ladies. You know what I'm talking about? And then the guys go, why y'all like these thugs? Because, child, you ever try to date some guy who come from a really good family where they got a bunch of money and shit, and he ain't never had to work and experience nothing, and he ain't never been through shit. He ain't never so much as got in trouble. He ain't never got no trouble. So going back to Euphoria, that guy puts his hands on his girlfriend, and he's supposed to be getting kicked out of school and shit, but he finds a way to weasel his way out of it because of who he is. So it just makes the behavior worse and worse and worse and worse. I don't know, man. That's just, I don't know. I'm not a dude. This masculinity thing is very fragile. Apparently it's some very fragile shit. And I don't know what y'all need to do, but y'all need to, y'all can't be leaving these guys behind, because if they don't know what to do with their masculinity, with their manhood, with their testosterone, with their urges, they being left to their own devices. And the shit is out of control to the point where they just want to cut the penis off. Just cut it off. Just cut it off. Because I don't know what else to stick it in. So just cut it completely off. Then after they cut their penis off, guess what? Guess what? They get even more depressed and then come back and say, doctor, sew it back on. So many Black men at their core have anger issues due to a bad situation or misinterpretation of the situation with their mothers as young as fathers are supposed to train boys to be men and handle tough times in a strong way. And see, some guys have a father, but say the mother and the father are separated, and the mother doesn't want to cooperate or won't even keep up, shit, raising a boy is a full-time job. It's hard to do remotely. It really is. It's hard to do remotely because boys do dumb shit every day. Every day. Like my brother threw a big ass fucking house party after my parents told him not to. This like last week. Didn't call his big sister and say nothing. But the party all on social media. And I might have mentioned it to my parents on accident. I might have, right? I wasn't trying to get him in trouble. I thought they knew. They was like, what? He had that fucking party anyway? Oh, yeah, y'all house all over social media. It was nice, too. They had sparklers, champagne, right? So my dad was like, I don't even know if I'm going to bust him out. My parents were still trying to figure out how they was going to deal with him, right? So they didn't call him and say nothing right away, right? They're like, we're going to deal with that little bastard when we get home. So they get to the house, right? This fool had left a big, giant, inflatable fucking flamingo in the pool. So he was going to get busted anyway. He ain't even got to know I dimed him out. Jay said Jay said if my dad wasn't home, I would have ran over her. Dad made me stable. Man, that testosterone is something else. I don't know what y'all got going on. And it's like, as a woman, when we get really upset or we trying to protect our kids or whatever, that's when we get that jolt of testosterone. Like, that shit feels good, man. That shit feel good. That's why all women think they can kick some man's ass. Do we be backing down? Hell, we don't back down. Women don't back down for no fight. We don't give a fuck who it is. The rest of these dudes might be scared of your ass, Debo, but I'm not. Once we get mad and get that testosterone, child, we be like, ooh. Don't let our kids be involved, child, please. That testosterone plus this brain power, it'll be on like a phone. But just imagine feeling like that all the time. No wonder y'all so crazy. I was at that party. I wasn't there, but he should have told me. Shit. All he had to do was give me a heads up. And I wouldn't have said nothing. I honestly knew Colin Kaepernick was full of shit when he started kneeling. He's rich, plus he's biracial. That means he was raised by white people. He also pledged Alpha Kappa Psi. Kappa Alpha Psi. I mean, the handwriting was on the wall, right, Brandon? That's enough to disqualify somebody. It's too much. I know some biracial kids from the hood, but he ain't one of them. The Black community never wants to criticize toxic Black mothers. Not in a constructive way. You know what I'm saying? Not in a constructive way. It's pretty easy to tell a man that was raised by a father and mother versus a mother. Two Black people can come from two different cultures and classes and end up a product of their environment, good or bad. The isms, phobias, and its persistent represent a portion of the issue, not the sole issue. That's true. Listen, ladies, boys learn through pain, period. No, they really do. And that's why women have to, a lot of times they have to walk away from the situation to get a guy to, as far as I'm concerned, if you got to walk away once, you probably going to have to walk away again. I don't like the idea of somebody doing something that it's still manipulation.
If you're going to be a faithful guy and you're going to be married and that type of shit, you need to be getting married because you want to be married, not because you're being manipulated into being married. Because you need to enjoy it and you should see the benefits. And if you don't see the benefits in being married or being married to this particular person, it's only a fucking matter of time. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, though, the psychology behind women playing hard to get and all that type of shit is to just try to, evoke that chase out of the man. But that chase is hormonal. So it's like, why do they pull away? Why are they so interested? And then they're not, why are they so hot? Why are they so cold? Because you are interacting with his hormones. He don't know he don't have no control over his hormones and his urges. So he basically wearing them on his fucking sleeve. And you wearing your heart on your sleeve. And y'all are doing this goddamn dance. But when he's centered and he knows who he is as a man and he's got his emotions in check and he's got his hormones and shit in check, he ain't out here playing games with you scallywags, because truth be told, you bitches is a headache. Truth be told. Shit, none of us women even have, like, most of us don't have a bunch of female friends. So imagine trying to juggle a bunch of women for a child. That's why I don't, that Playboy shit ain't even half of what it's cut out to be. It's just taking all that for him to keep himself fucking stimulated. And that's why they bouncing from one damn thing to the next. Malik, fuck your cousin. How about that? I wouldn't care if he was. He probably ain't, because y'all come on here and like to troll. But if he is your cousin, you tell Malik Yoba that he can come over here so I can tell him myself that we don't have time for this foolishness. That I have no respect for trans people. I don't have no respect for nobody out here trying to defend nobody. It's a public health crisis. And unless your ass is going to somewhere, going to and from to get help, then we ain't got nothing to talk about. Give a child, please. Somebody they cousin. We all could. If Malik Yoba was my cousin, we'd be on the phone having this conversation. If that was my cousin, I would call. Well, I dare y'all. And they fucking know. And everybody in my family knows it. Get out here with that bullshit, because I'm going to call you. Excuse me? Have you lost your mind? You're not going to disrespect my whole entire bloodline. That's what you're not going to do. Y'all need to go back to ostracizing and excommunicating motherfuckers out the family. That's what y'all need to do. That's why I don't deal with my fucking family now, because they got the nerve to be mad at me for telling their ass the truth. But when motherfuckers in the family is doing weird shit, criminals and pedophiles and taking advantage of motherfuckers and all this other type of shit, y'all ain't got nothing to say. And then the minute somebody don't want to go along with the bullshit and put up with some drama and play into it, now everybody want to sit up and gossip. But no, don't sit up and gossip about me not putting up with y'all bullshit. Sit up and gossip about these motherfuckers going back and forth to jail and not taking care of their kids. Sit up and gossip about their motherfucking ass. Don't sit up and gossip about me minding my fucking business. That shouldn't be no gossip. Gossip needs to be these bitches having all these kids and ain't got no goddamn baby daddies to match. That's what you got enough shit in the family to gossip about. I don't even know how my name needs to come up with this band of motherfucking rejects that I'm related to. How my name even end up on the docket. Y'all should be out of time before I come up. So the fact that you starting off talking about me just lets me know what the fuck the real problem is. Y'all like being dysfunctional. Y'all like being dysfunctional, and then we ain't supposed to talk about the shit in mixed company so that the white people don't know that you niggas is dysfunctional. Don't give me a fucking break. Some tell me they are well aware. I have none, and that's my darn choice. I have learned in my 40 years of life that most females are damn haters and don't want none of them. My husband is all I need. He's my best friend. And you know what? You can't even have these heifers around your husband no way, because they don't know how to act. They do not know how to act. And it's so crazy that I see that all the time. Different incidents now. I'm at a phase in my life where I'm like, Oh, that's what God was trying to show me. Oh, that's why you didn't want me hanging out with them. Oh, you understand what I'm saying? Because God gonna give you what you want, but He has to prepare you. You want to be somebody's wife? First thing you're gonna have to do is get rid of your permanently single friends that have a single lifestyle, a single mentality, low expectations for themselves. Not like, oh, I'm just so busy traveling the world. I don't have time for dates. I'm a supermodel. I make $25,000 every day in order for me to get out of my bed. Most of these men do not have enough money to stimulate me. Okay, stay friends with that bitch. Okay, but these hoes who just want to call and complain, okay, with drama and want to date losers and tell you about it, like, that hoes gotta go. You know what I'm saying? And it's better for them to go before you get married, because when you get married, they're gonna make it about them. They're gonna fuck up your wedding. They're gonna talk shit about you, Eva Pickford. After your wedding, these same bitches that was in your wedding is gonna get together. They're gonna talk about you like a dog. They're gonna spread your business out here when you get a big opportunity. And it's wonderful, because here I am on social media with a platform. None of you bitches can't come out and tell nobody nothing about me, because you don't know nothing. Because I've been cutting hoes off since 2000 and motherfucking 7. It's bitches that's been, the Hampton bitches been cut off and just didn't even know it. Or maybe they did. Maybe that's why they just started showing all this aggression. But them hoes been cut off for a long time. They've been cut off since about 2011, 12, 13. I was about done with them. You know what I'm saying? So moving into the next phase of my life, guess what? I ain't got no hating ass bitches at the baby shower, at the wedding, showing me fake love, trying to get up under my husband, and none of that type of shit like that, because I don't even have you hoes around me. I don't even have you hoes around me, because the petty shit they was doing before that I was letting shit slide, all they was trying to do was get close enough though to find out what they could do to really get their ass whooped. But now it's wonderful. It's not even gonna come to that, because y'all are nowhere in my. I don't fuck with you. I don't fuck with you. You know, and it's like the type of friends that I need, women who think for themselves, who are interested in something other than what the fuck is on TV, who care about the world around them, who are interested, you know what I'm saying, at least in being socially aware. You know what I mean? And it's not even about you got to be in a relationship that is like some married club or some shit. It's not even that. But it's a difference between a girl who's like, I'm single and I'm taking care of my business. And of course, if we go on dates, you know, it's like the Cracker Jack box. You know what I'm saying? You don't hardly know until, but she's making adult decisions. Then you got the other friends that's like getting cheated on and taken advantage of by some dusty. That, I don't have no time for that shit. And to me, it's disrespectful if I'm a married woman for you to even be calling me complaining about dusties. Anyway, it's like that chapter of my life is over with. I don't have them kind of problems no more. So I cannot even relate to, you know what I'm saying, your boyfriend cheating on you and you entertaining it and he going back and forth between you and the other bitch and all that other type of shit. Child, not in our 30s. Not in our 30s. And if you ain't picked up none of the universe's subtle hints, because nothing in the universe done told you to put up with this man and his foolishness. So guess what? If you ain't gonna pick up the subtle hints, boo, that means this shit gonna have to get worse before it gets better. And I don't want to be your shoulder to cry on, because I already told you to leave Biff the fuck alone. Try to uplift you, tell you you deserve better, and all that other type of shit. You don't want to listen. That's being a hater to you. I'm judging you. I'm bougie. I'm this, I'm that, because I don't want to sit here and entertain you. It is just like, you know what? Just let it go. Them hoes can't go where you going. It's the same type of broad you can't take nowhere anyway. Get out here, be acting starstruck and shit. You know what I'm saying? I had this, you certain shit you gotta see. It's a lot of girls I ran with, and it was all good. And they were so smart and everything until some men came around. Don't let them be celebrities. Oh, goodness gracious. You'd be like, who is she? Who is this? Who is this person? Fawning all over these celebrity men like this. And by celebrity, I mean been on TV before. They ain't even gotta be that famous or rich. Okay, these hoes don't even care. Now they ready to backstab you and do you in, trying to get the attention from some EGF list ass celebrity. Everybody got time for that. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes in life you're not where you want to be, not because you don't have the talent, not because the opportunities ain't even there. Sometimes it's just like God is waiting on you to get rid of these other motherfuckers he ain't finna bless. You still out here loaning out money to motherfuckers who don't pay back. I'm not giving you no more. When the Bible say you got to be faithful over a few things, that's it too. Having discernment and knowing who to help and who to leave the hell alone. Because some of these people have to learn the hard way, and they ain't gonna learn if you keep defending them or keep taking advantage of helping them and shit. You got a man, you out here arguing with your man so you can go to the club with this bitch because her ugly ass can't pull no man on her own. So she hating on your man, getting in your ear, hating on your relationship when really she just need a wingman and your milkshake the one that bring all the boys to the yard. That type shit. Y'all watch Basketball Wives, y'all seen how Evelyn and Shawnee made Jennifer get a divorce from her ugly ass husband. Granted, he was ugly, but at least she had her a man, and she wasn't complaining then. Them bitches got all in her ear until she left him, and as soon as she left Eric, both Shawnee and Evelyn popped up in a relationship. And that's why Evelyn got her fucking head cracked, because it was her karma. That was karma. That's what that was. Both her and the nigga. That was their karma. And that's the reason that Jennifer been so mad at Evelyn all this time, because she gave up her life as a kept woman so she can run the streets and do whole shit with her hood rat ass friends, only for them bitches to stay in a fucking relationship. Jennifer been single. Evelyn found out a whole new baseball player, had a whole new baby, went and set up and played Polly Princess again. Shit, I know why you don't like that bitch, but you still hanging out with her, girl. You better than me. Evelyn is disgraced. They bullied her in a divorce like Jen wasn't cheating. They had an arrangement. Exactly. And they did it because they was jealous. It wasn't because they was trying to help her. I feel like some of us really making strides to break the cycle of dysfunction. I really hope as Black women and men, we really get more and more to the finish line. That's so positive and optimistic of you, swear. Miss Locke said it's a waste of damn time. Only time they call anyways is when you need something. I learned from you, Kiki, that even listening to their bullshit is feeding that crap. Hell yeah. You better start charging. Cause my daddy used to tell me you spend all these man hours on the phone, them heifers ain't listening. And then people resent you too when you help them. So it's just as more and more in the Black culture and many minorities for that matter are living an educated middle upper class lifestyle, do you think we are learning from the past mistakes or passing it down? I mean, it's really hard to go up in class because just because you got more money don't mean that you understand class. And that's what a lot of us that are in our 30s are dealing with our parents, because they didn't find a way to make some money, but they still have a low class mentality and they not sharing with us the way upper middle class people take care of their kids. My parents ain't finna put no down payment on a goddamn thing. Is Kevin Hart gonna be okay? I don't know what's going on with Kevin Hart. I really don't. That whole accident sounds fishy. It's a lot of fishy shit going on, so I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what's true and what ain't with Kevin Hart. But he should be okay. If he could walk a mile and a half to go get help, then whatever his back injury was, it couldn't have been that bad. Why do married women take advice from single women? I mean, advice on what? Like their marriage advice? I mean, and just because you married don't mean you can take advice from other married people either. Because there's some married people I know who they marriage start off real fucking rocky. You know, a lot of people, the beginning of marriage is the hardest, especially when you have coerced that man into getting married. That's why a lot of these women get cheated on their wedding day, day after, day before. I done had a couple of them in my DM on their wedding day. I ain't gonna fucking lie. It's true. It's true. I ain't do nothing with him, but they still had to check. I don't know what that's about. I ain't no man. Okay. But when you coerce a man into doing some shit he ain't sure he want to do, it's gonna be real rocky, especially in the beginning. You know, and then after they get, then after they play tit for tat for a few years and get tired of fighting and realize they ain't got nowhere else to go and realize they keep getting older, then they hunky dory and then they in God's best marriage, the Lord shined upon them and put them together. And them the main motherfuckers want to give advice, but they don't tell you that they was cheating on each other for the first 3 years of the goddamn marriage. So, you know, that don't necessarily mean shit neither. When it comes to marriage advice or advice period, you know, you got to make sure you got the same value system as the people that you listen to. So with that being said, you know, obviously, if you in your relationship getting abused, a single woman can give you some valuable advice or an ear to cry on or somewhere to lay or whatever, you know? But some shit, you should, okay, for example, I don't know what these men be doing at work, a lunch break, but you could tell when your man been talking to other men, getting gassed up about what he's supposed to be getting at home, you feel me? They walk in the house on this Fred Flintstone shit. And then you talk to the other wives and find out, oh girl, my husband be doing that too, you know? That's why I can't stand for him to go bowling, because he come back talking to me like this is the Stone Ages, girl. I just go in the other room and let it. Ooh, child, just make sure when he come home, I already got dinner cooked. You know, like my grandmother said, if you arguing with your husband, that means you ain't feeding him enough. Because when men eat, they get sleepy. And Granny say, and if you ask them what they want to eat, don't do that because it's gonna be more complicated than what you feel like doing. So the trick is you already had a food cooking when he get home from work. So when he walk in the door, he's smelling it and he gonna want whatever he smell. He gonna be so excited for whatever he's smelling. He gonna eat it. He gonna get sleepy. Bam, he gonna have you a glass of wine, watch TV. You done for the night. You feel me? If you walk in the door and that food ain't cooked, then you gotta hear him complain. You're liable to get in an argument. Shit. Now y'all still arguing after he ate. That means you ain't fed him enough. I'm like, now that would explain why all these Italian men is looking the way they do. That's why they giving y'all, because Italian men talk a lot of shit. That's why y'all getting spaghetti and baked ziti every night. So you can shut the hell up. Go have a cigar and leave that lady the hell alone. You know what I'm saying? That's all that old gangster wisdom you get from old ladies is your single friends can't put you up on that type of game. They don't know yet. They'll find out, but they just don't know yet. You know, it's not no competition. Everybody marriage ain't even all that, you know? And a good marriage should feel comfortable, like going home to mom and dad's house. Shit ain't supposed to be all dramatic. Derrick Jackson giving women advice, and they still single. Well, notice he don't give advice on what to look for. He giving advice on what to do with the fuck boy that you dealing with. And if you coming across his videos, if his videos is resonating with you, whatever dude you thinking about when you watching them Derrick Jackson videos, that dude gotta go. But a lot of women instead want to try to manipulate men into better behavior, which is a waste of your time and energy, girl. Because watch this. Here's what I learned. After you hog tie Biff and force him to marry you, right? Biff was having a hard time making a decision. He was taking too long, and Biff was scared, you know. But you forced Biff to marry you anyway. And Biff ain't even cheating on you or kicking your ass or nothing. It ain't even bad. But guess what you find out? Biff is a scary punk ass bitch anyway. He's scared at work. He can't get no promotion because he's scary. And his mama coming over, taking over the house, but he won't tell her, you know, to give you some privacy or how to respect you because he's scared. Or he won't make no new decisions. He won't upgrade your ring. You ain't getting no grand gestures because it's not Biff's personality. So that's why it's pointless. You know, there's a line in Sex in one of them episodes of Sex in the City where Carrie Bradshaw says, men are like taxi cabs. The light is either on or off. You understand what I'm saying? Try. Ain't that the truth? If you meet a guy, he's like, yeah, I'm looking for a wife. If he don't say nothing about looking for no wife in the first month of y'all dating, then he ain't looking for no wife. You gotta find your buyers. Give a damn how cute he is. Don't be convincing nobody to marry you, because that's just a recipe for disaster. Have you heard of Nikita Dragun getting on the red carpet with 3 men and Alicia's like dogs? No, that's so ridiculous. Lisa said, same here. Married men still trying to holler. It's hard being cute, man. It's hard. Jay said it's about conquest. Value system is important. Married women talk to single women about relationship troubles, and single women be the one pushing them to end things instead of working it out. But here's the thing: I hate when people always got advice on something they don't even know what they're talking about. Your life is shambles, yeah. Kiki, we had the same abuelita. Abuelita, is that how you say it? They don't make grandmas no more. They make baby mamas. Yep, the karma. Grandmas ain't like they used to be. Just like that old Bernie Mac joke. You got a grandma 39 with your hair done and attitude saying, I ain't baby shit. Come on, swear I ain't had no babysitters. My daughter, her grandmothers is too hip. They got too much shit going on. They out here trying to live their day. And they ain't 39. And they ain't even 39. Shit. But that's okay. Because my daughter getting older and older. And I am not finna teach her to be out here running behind motherfuckers that well working. They gonna get old. And they gonna be expecting her to just come pay him a visit and keep her company. But shit, she ain't here. She ain't with no car and nowhere to go. She ain't got no driver's license and limited mobility. She ain't getting no mail and no fucking visitors neither. So 20 years from now, when she out here young and living her best life, if she don't feel like being bothered with them, that's gonna be on their ass. And the funnier part is these grandmamas think, I ain't talking about my grandma, I'm talking about her grandma. They think we supposed to be calling them. When I got time in between chasing the toddler to be like, oh, and let's call your grandmother and see what she's doing. Like I work for them. Like I work for you. This kid can talk, call her. Matter of fact, she got a phone. My daughter has a phone in her, it's a house phone. But she got a phone in her room. And she know how to answer it and say hello. She with a phone ring, she be like, I got it. But they don't know that because they're so busy doing whatever the fuck it is they think is so important for them to be doing. Do your grandparents give attention to the light-skinned granddaughter? All our kids is the same complexion. Well, on my side, I don't know about my husband's family. I don't know, but me and my sister kids are all the same complexion. They all pretty much look the same. they all look the same. Even the little boy, they all the same complexion, and they all look the same. My cousins. Oh yeah, the cousins definitely. But see, with the cousins, I don't have aunties. So like my mom and my dad don't have sisters. Neither one of them do. But my great aunt's kids, oh God. One of my great aunts is so nice, but when I tell you her fucking kids is the worst bunch in the family. I mean, I got some relatives that's criminals and shit, but they cool. You feel me? I ain't talking about them. These nurses, I got one auntie, her, she got a fucking narcissistic lemon tree. I can't stand them bitches. Lord have mercy. One day I just realized, like, I'm an adult now. I no longer have to pretend like I like these hoes. I don't like them. And they probably don't even know why. But if they wanted to listen, I would tell them because I got an itemized fucking list. Jesus. And a couple of them are light skinned and they kids, and I just feel like they get away with fucking murder, and that's why I just feel like the family like never everything they do. I mean, even when the family be gossiping, the light skinned cousins they won't even gossip about them in a way that makes them look bad. They gossip in a way where they gossiping, but it's like they cleaning it up for them. Oh, so and so's in a great marriage and her husband. Da, da, da. I'm like, I wasn't even asking about that bitch, but I just heard her husband was cheating on her. So why is you volunteering how wonderful her marriage is? And I know you know her husband cheating on her because the person who told me she was getting cheated on, you talk to them more than I do. So if they didn't told me the bitch was getting cheated on, I know they told you she was getting cheated on. So why are you telling me she ain't getting cheated on? I ain't even ask. They funny. They is real funny. Some of my family members on my mom's side acted funny with me growing up. I'm the darkest one in my family because my father is Nigerian. Y'all know these folks is colorist. At this point in my life, I don't care if you blood, if you have and bring the drama. I don't have time for it. I cut everyone. All my brothers and sisters, including my mama, no joke. My mama a piece of work too. I don't probably deal with her but once a year. My siblings, we real tight, but I just feel like I learned early on that I had to make a conscious effort, to do that. To all relationships require work, and I noticed that people will try to pit you against your own fucking siblings. Like them cousins would say when we was kids, oh, talking about me, they'd be like, oh, her hair is longer, but her sister is lighter. Like what? And I'm older than her. That's why my hair is longer than hers. I'm 5 years old. 5 years. My hair been growing 5 years longer. I'm like, shit, her hair down her back now. But that don't even matter. The point is, why does that even matter? And I never forgot that shit. And I feel like they was old enough to know better. You can say some shit like that to some kids driving. It's like taking me home, girl. Thanks. So okay. Hi, I just checked on this live. Yeah, we was talking about Malik Yoba. No, we started talking about something else. We've been on here for an hour and a half. There's other Me Tooers citing his alleged past, wondering if the EG told on Vlad is true. Well, he didn't came out himself and said he liked the transgenders, and the transgenders came out and said he was picking them up when he was 13 years old. So everybody ran out here supporting him like he was a hero, and the transgenders came out and said he ain't no hero, he a pedophile. And now everybody quiet. Now don't nobody want to talk about it no more. Let's talk about it. Don't run, come back. Come back over here. you know what? A lot of times people are ignorant as young adults, and then they grow up though and still be ignorant. So, like when I made a comment about my niece, oh, she looked just like so and so. She just a little darker. Like them babies is the same damn complexion. So, for the mere fact that that even came out your mouth, and you trying to say that your kid is lighter, and like it's relevant, ridiculous, ridiculous. Yoga said that himself. No, he said it himself. No, they were. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Uh, look at what's the girl name? Oh, I want to shout her out. I can't remember her name. What is her name? And one of the girls on YouTube put the whole video out. She took a screenshot of the transgender did a video. At first, they made a long Facebook post. Mommy, if you want, I will rewind the song for you. But if you have to pee, go pee. Here, mommy will rewind it. Here, go pee. Here, look, I'll rewind it. Look. Mommy rewind it, okay? Here, come on, son. Come on. Come on. I'm rewinding your song, baby. I know that's your jam, okay? Poor thing. Poor thing had to pee in the middle of Let It Go. She like, I don't know what to do. My song is on. Here, I started from the beginning. Hold on. Here she go. It's right here. What possessed him to come forth? So there's a viral video of this guy who was hooking up with some transgender. The other guys in the neighborhood found out. They had him on video camera, and it was like, "What is you doing, bro? That's real men are not out here sleeping with no transgenders, etc." They pressed him. The dude went home and committed suicide. Now they're blaming those men and saying, basically, this is how black men treat us if we just trying to be ourselves. And Malik Yoba felt that he was so moved that he needed to come out and he needed to let black men know not to say nothing to these transgenders or they might commit suicide. You committing suicide because you're depressed and you living a lie. It ain't because somebody in the teased your grown ass. It ain't. And I'm going to just stop right there. Grown ass man. And you ain't got no business out here sleeping with no transgenders because you can get away with it because it ain't illegal. You ain't got no business. That ain't what men do. They ain't lie. Nah, it ain't their business. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, though, if you're going to be out here doing that, you do owe the people around here to tell them if you're going to be out here trying to hit the blunt with them. See, that's the other part that nobody want to talk about. You out here, gangster, we all cool, holding up the block, borrowing cigarettes, sharing blunts. And then come to find out that ain't the only thing he's smoking on. You, as a heterosexual male, have the fucking right to feel some type of way. Makes sense to me. Shit. When was you gonna tell us, Bob? Just like it's your choice, it's my choice to know whether or not I want to hang out and fraternize with men that's sleeping with transgenders. And then people out here catching you and you hanging out with me, they might be thinking I'm doing the same thing. They got a right. They got a right to say something. How do you get support from everyone and still depressed? That's an internal demon. Well, on top of that, they need to be going out here and getting some help. And they not because everybody's telling them it's okay. What happened with Paul Newman Mooney? I've been seeing his name pop up and I didn't click on it. What happened with him? Then I'm finna get off of here because I'm tired. Shit. About to feed this baby her lunch and take me a nap. He slept with his best friend's son. He molested Richard Pryor's son when he was a teenager. See, homosexuality doesn't have anything to do with pedophilia. You know what? It shouldn't. But y'all can't be letting these guys on the down low seem to be the problem. And then when they go out here and do damaging things, it's our fault. It's our fault because we didn't support him. Since when do men need everybody's permission to do anything? Huh? We talk shit about drug dealers all the time. We condemn the drug dealers. Do you see the drug dealers out here committing suicide because we got a problem with them poisoning the community? Do you see the pimps committing suicide? Hell no. These politicians ain't committing suicide. So it's something else that's really going on, and it's not just that the community doesn't support what you're doing. The strippers ain't committing suicide. If you're able to sleep with the same sex, you have no boundaries. I mean, I don't know how that works. I'm just saying, who cares what adults do with each other? But adults, whatever these adults is doing with each other, they should be able to find another consenting adult to do it. Not you going to find a child to do it because the kids ain't gonna tell and blow your cover. Now I already knew Paul Mooney. I had heard that Paul Mooney was gay anyway, so that ain't surprising to me. Mooney molested Michael Jackson in 1972. Where you hear that at? Let me find out Paul Mooney been down with the Illuminati the whole time. I'm laughing at HTH. Can't believe it. He said that himself. Yep, he exposed himself. I gotta catch up on the hills because I ain't seen it yet. And I heard Justin Bobby was getting to everybody business. Let me see. On the TV networks. So that's what I'm gonna be doing with my afternoon. So I guess I'll be back on here soon for some. Anything else while I hop up off here, y'all? No. All right. Well, I love you guys. I'm gonna post the video. When the post videos here and they disappear, it's because I didn't put them over on the Patreon, so you can find our old lives over there. And I've been at home all day because of the hurricane. Oh, yeah, huh? How y'all doing down there? Are you guys just getting like a tropical rain or is it hitting y'all too? Caitlin and Brody. Brody, no, he ain't had no business marrying that girl, and that girl, no, she ain't had no business trying to marry him. I gotta go back. I missed more than I thought I did. Where is Bruce? I don't know. Somewhere hiding under a bag of money. No hurricane yet. Just rain so far in Florida. Well, keep us updated. All right, so I'll be back on here this week sometime for something. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Haven't seen him since the transition. He running around here with some hot blonde talking about he finna get married. That was the last I heard. He got a girlfriend. All right, y'all. See y'all later.